Hey, beautiful souls. Okay, so today's message is for the divine feminines who are doing the work but still feel like something is missing. Okay, so this 3-card spread, because that's what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna put a bonus card in. I might pull from this first, right? But today's spread is gonna help you see what's shifting. Okay, so let's see. Let's get to the truth of the matter, right? Underneath the surface, right? Because I already know we need to know what's up. Right now, I can tell you we are in, it's like a pause. Let's just say it like that. We're at a pause right now because the divine actually is recalibrating the collective, for real, like getting us all back in alignment, right? So be patient, of course, and trust the timing of your journey, okay? So let me pull. I'm gonna pull from the Divine Feminine Oracle deck first. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, my true guides, for showing up. Protect us as we go through these portals and close the gates to any karmic energies or entities. Thank you for using me as the messenger once again. And I ask for a card to lead this reading. The prophetess of true power. I call my power back to me. Aye, from all times and all places, right? I am my own. Okay, so that is, I can't pronounce it, but the way it's looking is looking like the Thecla. The Thecla. It's Thecla. Okay, the prophetess of true power. All right, so I'll jump into that after I finish pulling. So what's the hidden truth here? Okay, so this is a card that's going to reveal what your soul already knows, all right? But your conscious mind might not be ready to admit it yet. It could be a pattern. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Silent Strength. Ooh, these cards is hot. The Devil. And the Becoming Behind the Veil. So this is the shift that's already happening, right? Even if it hasn't fully arrived or you can't see it yet. I feel like most divine feminines are feeling like they're in the in-between. It's like you stuck in limbo, all right? So I got the King of Swords in the reverse. But just remember, just because it's not visible, it doesn't mean that it's not real, okay? So let's dive into this interpretation. Okay, so for the first card, let me see something here real quick. Okay, so basically what she's saying is that your life is up to you, right? Yes, there is power of prayer, of faith, of asking for all possible spiritual support, but there's also divine will within each of us. It's will that aligns with the soul's purpose. We remember what true power is when we divest all outside authorities of the power we have been given. Power is calling back all the control we give to others to dictate our lives, our potential life partners, our family members, our culture, even our ego's idea of who we should be. This goddess reminds us that we do not need permission to be who we are. We can cut our hair short. Bam, that y'all already know, right? I did cut my hair a couple of days ago. We can cut our hair short and baptize ourselves. We are not bound by anything except the dictates of our own soul. Her mudra is one of awe and wonder. We have all the power right now within us to take our lives into our own hands. That's the source of fire itself, the divine will to call back our spiritual authority and claim this life as our soul's own, okay? So ask yourself, like, where have you been giving your power away, right? But we all have been giving our power away to something, right? And the truth is, it's like it's a version of us that's ready to rise. It's this version of us that is ready to operate fully in our power, right? And that's the version that we're showing up as now, okay? And so again, she's encouraging you right now to embody this message, literally, right? Because what I'm feeling like this whole reading itself is going to be about this. All right, you are your own, right? You have the true power. You've been giving away your power for way too long, and so now it's time for you to call it back to yourself. And so again, like I said, take a moment just to think about where you've been giving your power away, and then begin to set an intention that I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own, okay? And with card number 1, with the Knight of Pentacles coming out in the reverse position, it's like you may be feeling like you've been doing the inner work but not really seeing the results. It feels like nothing's moving, right? Because with the Knight of Pentacles coming out in the reverse, that's what happens. Like, things seem to stop moving. It's stagnation. It was moving slow. It was a process, and then now it's just like, what is going on, right? And it's the truth. There's been stagnation because a part of you is still loyal to a path, a person, or a pattern that's no longer aligned with where you're going. Okay, so you've been moving, but not necessarily forward. All right, does that make sense? So stop mistaking busyness for purpose, right? Because that's what this card is saying. So yeah, now it's time to come to a stop, because your divine feminine doesn't just want motion, she wants meaning, okay? And even if you a man operating as a divine feminine, flip your roles, all right? But what you don't see yet is that the path you're meant to take might require letting go of what you've been committed to. Out of habit, right? I know, you're like, ugh. You want your own personal reading, hit me up, because yeah, we can find out what you've been committing to out of habit. 717, okay? I do a $1 a minute reading, so yeah, holla at your girl on my website. Now, with the Devil coming out next, y'all, this card reveals what you haven't fully faced and what actually makes you powerful once you do, right? Whatever the addictions, the obsession, control, the shame, if it's sexuality, whatever this is your shadow saying literally, don't fear me, integrate me, right? Because we're supposed to integrate light and dark, okay? I feel like divine feminine knows how to hold, space, all right? You can desire deeply and still be sacred. You know how sometimes, you may feel like, oh, I can't desire that, right? Because it's too much, right? But it's not too much, right? You can fall and still be worthy, right? It's a balance. It's about duality, okay? You can have past ties and still choose your freedom, all right? But what you don't see yet is that your strength isn't perfection. It's your ability to really reclaim your power, right? And so the Devil in the reverse speaks about that. You are standing in your independence, reclaiming your power from what once controlled you. So it has to be a balance between everything that we do, okay? Now with the King of Swords coming in the reverse, what the becoming is behind the veil, it's like your next level is learning to trust your own inner voice more than external authority. You spent a long time trying to do things the right way. Like now, like the path that we're taking is literally not conventional. It's not traditional, okay? It ain't like everybody else, right? And you spent a long time doing it that way. Maybe even looking to others for validation of the truth. But the version of you that's rising doesn't wait for approval, okay? Doesn't need to explain their logic. This version of you moves from embodied knowing. You have this knowing, okay? And what you don't see yet is that you're being invited to unlearn mental how can I say it? And what I want to say is mental illusions, right? And drop deeper into like your intuitive state, right? Because the King of Swords upright usually just operates all in logic. So if you're rigid, especially when it comes down to your logic and stuff like that, it's time to drop into a intuitive strategy. And this isn't about abandoning intellect, it's about you balancing it.